Spoiler alert, thrifting is not synonymous with secondhand. It's not.
I'm looking for somebody I can call. Looking for the only one I can get my own. Tell me that it's true.
Hi, my name is Keisha, aka Keisha the Stylist. If you love thrifting, secondhand, and vintage fashion taken to another level, you're in the right place, guaranteed. So today I am super relaxed. I'm chilling. I'm in my baseball cap. I'm in my regular glasses. I'm in some gold jewelry, all of that, because I'm not going to keep you that long. It's going to be a quick video, but I wanted to hop on here because I'm seeing a lot of videos where people kind of interchange the word thrifting with secondhand shopping. And for me, having the background that I have, it is like I want to educate, not in a way of like speaking down to people, not in a way of like saying you should know this, any of that type of stuff, but I want to give the education, because with the education, you know, why are you spending more for these items if you go to a certain place rather than a big name thrift store. So I wanted to like spread the knowledge in this way too, so that you understand, should I spend this on these type of items or should I not spend this? And that'll arm you with a lot more knowledge, so that you know if you're getting a good deal, you know where to find certain things. Just to give you a little insight, I'm not just speaking off the top of my dome. I have a background in fashion. I have a master's in fashion. My thesis was over the secondhand industry, so I know this industry very well. I worked in the secondhand industry for many years, still working in it as entrepreneur. So me giving you this knowledge is valid. I've done a lot of research, so you know it's coming from doing the research, not just blowing smoke. So just to give you some credentials if you need those. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm doing this video. But before we get into that, and this is your first time seeing my face and you love thrifting, come thrifting with me. Estate sales, anything secondhand, anything vintage. I am a stylist, I am an entrepreneur, and I take you through the day of me being an entrepreneur, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. If that sounds like something you're interested in, hit that subscribe button. Hit it. And if you're returning, you already know how I feel about you. I can't do the heart like, you know, because I'm holding the mic, but you know how I feel about you. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, definitely subscribing, doing all the things. I really appreciate it. So while thinking about this video, I remembered that I did a TikTok over this same topic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my TikTok here, and then we'll come back here and close out the video. So there's two different components of shopping sustainable. You have companies that choose to manufacture their items in a more sustainable way, a more environmental friendly way, which lessen their carbon footprint in ways of the way that they produce the items, the way that they package items, the labor that they choose to hire, and choose the environments that they have their people work in. Those type of things, the wages they pay their people and the conditions, all of that goes into the sustainable talk when it comes to retail companies. And then you have the secondhand shopping experience, where you have different levels within that component as well. So one of the levels in shopping secondhand is thrifting. This is the most affordable way to shop at secondhand. In this way, you are shopping at companies that receive their inventory by donations. So the community people bring in their items that they no longer want, and the company sift through those items. They keep the items that they want to keep to display in their stores. They maybe take the other items to an outlet or a bins, and then there's other steps after that. But all of those items are donated, so they don't have to consider the markup on those items, because the items are free, right? So that is like I said before, that is the most affordable way to shop secondhand. And you can also find vintage items shopping at thrift stores as well. So another level to shopping secondhand is your buy, sell, trade stores. So this is where the inventory is provided by customers who bring in their items, and the company pays them either in cash or credit, where they can spend that credit in the store, and the cycle goes over and over. The company usually tries to pay as less as they can for the items and mark the items up super high, so they're getting their profit. So that is the other component to shopping second. And then you have consignment stores. So you have stores that will take items, hold them until they sell, and then they pay the customer out. They pay the customer out a percentage, and then they also keep a percentage, of course, because it is business. And this is where you see high-end designer items using consignment stores, like examples, the Real, Fashion File, Vestiaire, all of those, and other consignment stores. Online platforms like thredup, Poshmark, eBay kind of sit on the line of thrift stores and consignment stores because you have the component of the breadth of the items that you can find on those platforms, but then they hold those items, or you hold your items until it sells, and then you get a payout. So that component is consignment, but the breadth in the items that are offered, the amount of items that are offered is like a thrift store. So the last component that I want to talk about in secondhand shopping is your vintage shops. Yes, you can find vintage in thrift stores, but this is where vintage shops are, where you find like your rare, one-of-a-kind, curated experience with vintage clothing. So I say curated because these shops are usually owned by a sole owner, small business, but there are some that are larger, but most are owned by one or two people, and they source these items from a lot of different places, not necessarily just thrift stores, but they source these items, they rework them, dye them, clean them, do whatever they need to do to make it fit their aesthetic of their shop, because every vintage shop has a certain aesthetic they want to fit. For example, my shop is 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s vintage, done in a fashion forward way. So that is the aesthetic that I try to go for. And a lot of other aesthetics, or a lot of other shops may do like antique, colonial, Victorian, maybe 80s or maybe 90s, so many different aesthetics that they're trying to cater to, and whatever their target market is that they're trying to reach, they're gearing their aesthetic to that. And most of the time these items are going to be marked up because of all the labor that it takes to kind of curate these items into what we want to present to our customers. So those are the different levels in secondhand, and also a little bit about sustainable shopping. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I hope you guys like this video. I hope that it gave you more knowledge to equip you to going secondhand shopping and knowing why you're paying certain prices, why you should pay certain prices, why you shouldn't pay certain prices, where to look for certain items, if you need to make a little bit more extra money, where to go to do that, all of those type of things. And leave in the comments if you knew any of this information, if you knew some of the information, if you didn't know, if you have extra information, leave in the comments below as well. Like I said, please leave in the comments if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any other information you want to share. Please do that. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm still trying to hit that 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If you love fashion, if you love secondhand, if you love vintage, that's what we love over here. We love us some vintage. Please hit that subscribe button. So next video will be episode 2 of the Creating the Artist Collection. Longer video because I'm going to take you through an estate sale haul of the items that I got from the estate sale I mentioned in the first video. So I'm going to go through every item that I got from that estate sale, and I'm going to show you the process of those items, where they are right now, because they're not finished, but we're getting there. We're getting to the finish line. We have October, about to be October, so we have a month left. We have a month left. I'm getting overwhelmed, but that's neither here nor there. But it's coming out fire. I did have a bump, but we're getting through it, and we're working through it, and some of the items that I thought was gonna be in it won't be in it because of that. But hey, you guys will see some other stuff eventually. But With all that said, have a great night, have a great day, have a great week, have a great weekend, have a great weekday, and I will holler at you guys later.